Indie Zombie Games.
Hey everybody, and welcome to Indie Zombie. I am Jordan Royter. Today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. So this is the Magic Circle Gold Edition, now on PlayStation 4. Goes for $20. And this game had a very interesting sort of little premise to it, whereas, and spoilers are abound. As you play through the game, you're playing a tech demo that is currently being worked on. And that's kind of the meta gist of the game, is that the creators will actually, the actors who play the creators are coming into the game and stopping it and changing things. And you're sort of a hacker who starts kind of unraveling things and finding and sort of completing the broken game that is not completed, and sort of a interesting little story unfolds. And it's a fun, interesting little romp. Takes about, like, I'd say 5-6 hours or so to maybe complete. And once you complete it, you actually get to make your own sort of tech demo. And basically I'm going to show kind of what that entails exactly. From what I understand, though, you can really only make one level, but it can be as different as you want it to be. I want to make sure I'm going to the right place. Okay, here we are. So you start off here. Now, what the game gives you is it gives you everything that you've encountered all throughout the game. So first, you got to set out your level base, and you get 10 tiles in which to place. Now, when I first started this, I thought you only had one set of tiles, which are, this like mine set. But turns out, if you were actually paying attention, you can actually scroll through and go through different tile sets. So now we got some sort of a pillar, like ancient kingdom set, and then you got a sort of a castle tower set, and here is a different sort of a mine or a cave, and another sort of a different cave, and inner castle hallways, and then science fiction lab stuff and stuff like that. And what's interesting is that you can actually mix and match what you want to do, and that goes for everything. Goes for tiles, goes for creatures, but first you got to set out your tiles before you can do anything else. The problem is, and as we'll get into it, and there are a lot of different other science, or I should say sci-fi stuff, tiles that you can put in, hallways and stuff like that, and then it just goes back to the basic set. The thing is that as interesting and as cool as this is, there's very little variety that you can set up, and I'm going to show you that by basically just doing a basic set. And the basic set is just this straightforward mine, and then you are given a set amount of quote-unquote life. This is how much that you can put into your levels in terms of enemies and treasures and story, and also health items. And you can also put in music as well. Music that will change as the player goes through the game. So I'm going to set this pretty evenly. And I'm going to try and do this as quickly as I can. So let's start off with a story beat. And, obviously you want to keep it as fairly simple as possible. And I'll explain why later. Start off with something basic, simple. Just gotta remember how to spell properly. Finalize. Alright, and in this next room, we're going to go for some creatures. And I'm just going to go with a couple of guards. here, and you can edit them like you can in the game, because one of your basic abilities at one point is to go through and actually take creatures' powers and then change how they work. So I could choose to make this guy an ally, for instance, and make him not my enemy. And I tried making allies for my own sort of set level, but it didn't work out. So I'm just going to set them like that, and then you can set their patrols. And much like making a video, this does get a tad tedious, especially if you want it to be as specific as possible, or I guess maybe as realistic as possible as any game maker would possibly want their game to be. And the thing about the difficulty is that so when you test out this game, you know, because you can finalize the level, the thing is that when you go to finalize, you don't play through the game. An AI, you know, a computer plays through your level. And the thing is that the computer is pretty stupid and pretty bad. Why? Oh, okay, that's... I accidentally set that. Alright, we're gonna put some howlers in here. Let's do 3 howlers, and we'll do a health item, because the hero is probably gonna need it. Because the thing is that the player, the beta tester in here, you know, because they're a computer and they just follow a specific program and you can't change how that program works or anything, they're pretty damn stupid. Wherein they just charge headlong into battle, doesn't matter who or what the enemy is, and you can't change how the player character works, what their strengths and abilities are, or anything. And I will demonstrate that as I go through this editing process and show you more. Put a health item here. And yes, you do have to put health items in at least every single room, because if you don't, the hero will die. And then he will basically say, like, oh, you made this level too hard. And yeah, that starts to get a tad annoying. I'm going to put in a story beat in here. The music that kind of plays in here as you're making this sounds a lot like the music from Hearthstone a little bit. How many levels we got left? 1, 2, 3, 4, I think. Right? No, it looks like 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. And the one creature that you don't want to use in here, I mean, you could use him, and you know, and you could change up his abilities, is the Sentinel here. I mean, yeah, I mean, he could be an interesting opponent if you change how his abilities work. But I just found him overall to not really work the way I wanted him to, and because there are a lot of criteria that you got to meet for when you're making a level for this game. Like, it can't be too boring or anything like that, and you know, so... And I apologize if this just feels like it comes off as a bit repetitive, but I'm just trying to show you a sort of a quick little... So let's mix it up a bit. Let's do some howlers, and we'll do a guard. Should probably... I don't know if I should worry about them being allies. As long as they, you know, have no other allies or enemies, so I don't think that's really going to matter. Alright, and we'll put one more story beat in here. And you can also change your stories. Like, you can have it be the Starfather, you can have it be the old Pro, a Sign, or the Demon. Or Avant Navidir, as his name actually is. So I'm gonna do. Do I wanna? Did I do a health item in here? Did I? No, I didn't. All right. And let's see. What should he say? And then we'll do the finalization, and then I'll talk a bit more about this. Let's see. I'm trying to be creative, but the problem is that he doesn't care about the story. I remember how you capitalize. I wish there was a faster way in which to travel. I mean, technically this is the fastest way that you can travel through here is just flying, because it's either that or just walk all the way back. I just want to see what the first story beat says. Defeat the Demon King. Okay. And when you put down a story beat, you can't really go back and edit it, which is annoying. So if you want to change any bit of story, you actually have to delete that story bit and then just redo it. So yeah, let's go ahead and just delete that. Nope. God damn it. Apologize. And we'll lay down a health item. I don't know if you can actually fight him, but it'd be cool if you could. And I'm going to make these guys fire types. Their special, of course, is that they're fireproof. I don't know if that... Because I don't know, like, if you give them fire burst, if they will die because of it, but it just feels like a good idea. And the reason why I'm making this so light on enemies is because, well, like I said earlier, the hero is a bit of is an idiot, and he's a bit of a wuss, so if you make it too hard, he will die. Alright, let's finalize. Let's see what happens. Can't really hear what he's saying.
Watching testers was never this much fun.
Alright, he's doing good on health. Yeah, and he just goes for the health immediately.
Okay, I'm getting sucked in.
And he just died. Yeah, see, 3 howlers was just too much for him. So we gotta delete one of the howlers. Which room is that? Okay, that's the corpse. But yeah, but he should not, you know, go for the health item like that early. But sadly, like, even if you know, put a health item in a room, he's going to go for it. Alright, let's try that again. And the reason I say that he doesn't care about the story is because if you add a story bit that has a lot of text to it, he will start complaining and actually, you know, start saying, like, boss, I actually don't know how to read. So these story bits I could really not care that much about. Wow, the howlers actually take a lot of...
Father was right. I like control. troll for president.
Okay, I need to put a health item in this room. Let's do a small one, and we'll put it right back there. Alright. Because it'd be better if you could play test it yourself, as opposed to having to have the computer do it.
I'm having fun. Alert the media.
Alright, and then this, the
If
corpses.
you kids are streaming this, I'm having more fun than you.
Okay, he actually handled the zombies. Because I had one room once with 3 zombies and he couldn't handle them. And zombies are usually thought of as just fodder in a game. Yeah, see, he's already trying to go for the health and he's getting himself killed. Alright, well, he did well there. 3 howlers. He's gonna die.
I am no longer just pretending to care.
Oh, God. You suck. You suck, pro. You suck hard. Alright, what's in here? 2 howlers and a guard. Health, and then final room. He was doing so well. Okay. And there are, of course, a lot of different monsters that you can put in, and
Needed this badly, which is a good thing, by the by. Sweet spot.
which again is everything else that you've encountered all throughout the game. Like the zombies are from the sci-fi
This is too much
world.
too fast.
Excuse me. Yeah, so you can handle guards just fine.
Yes, yes, yes. Daddy needs his medicine. Well placed, boss.
I forgot about a health item. He's gonna die.
I feel like I'm chopping wood here. Too much of the fighty-fighty.
God damn it. Okay, I need to put in health. Yeah, obviously this is a bit, where the, tedium can really start to set in and just get annoying. Especially if you're, trying to be a level maker.
Perfect placement. Keeping me hungry, but alive. I'm numb to my own struggle here. Space out the action.
Just don't like how he, just complains, too much about the, about the combat, like, so quickly.
Oof. Again with the violence.
Thought you liked violence. What are you doing? God, I gave him a full health item, and instead he just walks past them.
Beat the devil. Phew.
God damn, dude, you suck. Why was he trying to run past them? That was just stupid. God. Again, like, why do they, leave, the playtesting of your level, like, up to, a computer? Well, I guess, it's best, to have an unbiased opinion, but it's not the same, because a computer is not a real person.
Another fight? Vary it up, boss.
Shut up. Just play the damn level and get through it, you idiot. Stop dying and get better, noob. This isn't even like that hard or even that difficult of a level. Because if you make it too hard, he'll complain about it being too hard, and then he'll just die repeatedly. Alright, almost there.
More fighting? Don't make me start to crave a cutscene.
Yep, more fighting. And yeah, and again, he's... Oh, Jesus.
That got the blood going. Hello.
Alright, well, maybe I should... I don't know. Alright, fine. We'll take out the 2 howlers in here. And maybe we'll just put in a couple of guards. Because you seem to find howlers boring. I don't know how any of these other monster types... Let's try a mushroom king, because I haven't... Or a mushroom wizard, because I haven't done him yet, I'll admit. And next room we'll do a couple of guards. And let's just see how he likes that. Because at least, you know, that's different. What are you doing? Keeps on trying to walk around them. Yeah, and he can't even move that fast. It's actually kind of funny to think about
Go away.
that
Give me some time to savor a victory.
that I'm watching and I'm commenting on a computer, you know, playing through a level that I made. So it's just best to just have, you know, one room with guards and then what?
Kill, kill, kill. Now I want to talk to the monsters. That's bad.
Well, that's all you know, can really do in this game. You can't do anything else. It's not a stealth game.
Hey, I ain't seen that yet. Nice. Damn it. I actually enjoyed that.
Did you?
I don't like this pleasant feeling. I feel compelled to seek other positive experiences, which is going to be so much work. Anyways, you could ship this with a clear conscience, boss. 7 out of 10.
Yeah, the funny thing is the first time I made that sort of a level, you gave it a 9 out of 10. Which for me was like, really? That was a 9 out of 10? But, yeah, and that's sort of, you know, the end of the game. And I'm not feeling too creative, so fuck it. And see, kind of my complaint about the level editor, which I thought would be, you know, a way to be able to spice things up and make things different, actually be able to make your own game, because I would love the idea of being able to make my own game. And, yeah, so we're just gonna go back in here. Actually, I'm just gonna do something new. And, because these are kind of where my complaints come from. See, the problem is that the more complex that you try to make the level, the harder it becomes, and then the more easily the playtester dies. And you can't have them die. And you can't really change how the player works, or is, or anything like that. At least as far as I know, you can't. You know, you can't change his abilities, or his powers, or really anything. So, which is kind of annoying. And, like, I tried to set up at one point, and I kind of wish I could show you, a sort of a long, sort of ascent into a castle basement that would end in in this place. And Nadir would be here, and you'd fight, like 4 hellhounds, which are howlers, that just have fire-breathing ability. And, and before you got there, you had to go through the mines, which would then lead into the castle hallways, and then into the, this sort of descending stairwell, and you'd fight different sets of guards. And I also set up a few spots where there were security drones from the sci-fi area that were set up as sort of a trap, in that, oh, well, if you go into this dead-end room, you'll find a security drone that will kill you almost instantly. But the problem is that even if you set up a room that ordinarily would just be meant for a sort of a trick death trap for an ordinary player, the computer will go there anyway because there's an enemy in there, or because there's a treasure that they're supposed to collect as part of the playtest. So it just kind of renders the whole thing mute, and then he dies anyway. So any type of variety or anything like that you try to put into your level is going to be, quote, game breaking and kill the playtester, and then they're going to complain, and so you're going to have to go in and change it. So it kind of renders the whole thing pointless, which sucks, because I love the idea, of having a level editor to be able to sort of make your own game with your own little story, but you can't play it, and nobody else can either. And that's what kind of annoys me. It doesn't piss me off, but it does annoy me, because I would love to be able to make my own video game, but I lack the know-how or the tools or the money to be able to do it. And so this is kind of a stepping point of being able to do that. And just in case you're wondering, because, here's a place that has, like, also 2 exits, or 2 different placements. Like, you got a door here, and then you got a door off over here. So I thought, oh, I could set this, and then maybe make, like 2 different pathways. Like, do one there, and then do one there. Oh, but you can't. You can't make, like, 2 different branching paths, because if you don't use it, the game just automatically turns it into a dead end. So you can't even change up your own levels. But if you want to be creative, you can still change the tiles. You don't have to use these set tiles. You can change it to something else. You can change it into a cave, or the science fiction wing, or something like that. You can, and you can put in science fiction monsters. I'm just going to fill this out to give you an example. So instead of a guard in here, you could have a Securitron, which is, a sort of a planted mounted droid, or you could, put, anything in here. And then these are all the different creatures. The hive are these, like, plant parasite things, and then you got a whirlybird, which can fly, and they got a rail gun. Or you can change what they have, and then you got cyber rats, and a hatchet worm, or a hatch worm, really. And you got flamers, which are these little guys. A juggaladillo. You got all sorts of different type of stuff. And as for the ally thing, which I tried doing because I thought, like, well, the level's obviously too hard, so I'll give him some allies. The allies won't follow the player hero very well. I mean, you can set a waypoint or a patrol for them to follow, but there's a very little chance that they would stay with the hero. So any chance of trying to be creative or inventive with this doesn't really work, because the game kind of limits you in what you can do, and that really limits creativity, and it just kind of sucks. And that's really my biggest complaint about this. I mean, it's a great idea, but it'd be a lot better if it was better implemented, And I would love it if at some point, if they... Trying to remember. Okay, this is how you get back to the desktop. And I would love it if at some point, maybe there's a patch or some sort of an update that makes it where when you make your level, that maybe somebody could play it, or, you know, or who knows, or hell, or maybe you could play it yourself, or maybe you could change how the player character works, their strengths or weaknesses, special abilities. You could make out new allies and stuff like that, and add a lot more to the level, to the level editor. That would be really cool. Well, everybody, I hope that you've enjoyed my showing of the level editor for the Magic Circle. I still think the Magic Circle is a pretty good game in general. There's also a few other little bits, like you can just go straight back into the game and you can roam around the level and do whatever you want. There's another character in here known as Coda, who is actually voiced by Ashley Birch from the online internet show Hey Ash. She's also a voice actress. She's been in Borderlands and all sorts of stuff, and she actually does the voice of a character in here, and you have an extra little bit with her where she streams her character streams her playing your level, so which is kind of cute and kind of funny. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this. If you would like to see me do this again, please let me know in the comment section, because I'd be willing to try and make some sort of a new level. It just seems kind of pointless though. But please hit the like and subscribe button if you did enjoy this video. I'd really appreciate it. You can check me out on Twitter at JMRT709. Hope that you guys enjoyed. I'll see you next time. Take care of yourselves.